everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do an unpacking video for you. So I went to Egypt, as you know, a few weeks ago. I have been back for about 4 weeks. We went for 18 days and we were carry-on only. And I know a lot of people thought I was crazy for trying to do it. Personally, I was very happy I did it. There's some pros and there's some cons, but we packed everything in our carry-ons. So today I'm going to show you how we packed in our carry-on for 18 days. So not everything is in my bag still because I've done my laundry since then. So I have taken all my clothes out. There's a few odds and ends I've taken out because I needed to use them, but overall everything is still in there because I like to keep a second set of most things so that they're already packed, and it makes packing so much easier when I need to go on my next trip. So first I want to show you my phone. Of course, you know that I went with this. This was my main camera. I did take some video with this in addition to the camera that I am filming this on. But this was a huge thing because it kept me in contact with my social media and with my family back home, and specifically my daughter. So that is the number one thing that was pretty much attached to my hand everywhere I went. The other main thing I had that I took for like my day bag was this. It is a Pack Safe anti-theft bag. The brand is Pack Safe. I will link everything down below that I recommend to use, things I purchased for this trip. They are affiliate links, so just know that if you purchase something after clicking on it, I might get a few pennies to help with my next trip. But I did purchase this. This was the first time I used this. I have previously had anti-theft bags and loved them, but I wanted one bigger, and this one came recommended to me. So the reason it's anti-theft is because it's hard to steal. First of all, it has locking mechanisms, so you can lock the zippers so that somebody can't unzip it and like pickpocket you. It is slash proof. There's a like steel mesh, I guess, inside, so they can't just like slice it and run. Same goes with the cord or the strap. They can't just, cut it and take off running. And then the other thing is it does have a little handy clip right here, so you can connect it to like a chair or something, and then this locks as well, if you're talented. There. See, that's actually really hard to do, which means that nobody's going to be able to unlock it without you noticing. So, and it's got 2 pockets inside. It also has a little RFID pouch, so your passports can go in there. See, RFID safe, it says so. And then there's little pouches and more zippers on the inside for you to hide things. Same in this pocket. There's plenty of zippers on the inside. So I personally like this a lot. I'm really glad I got it, and I will be using it on all my future trips. Like I said, I've had smaller ones and like them too for the same reason. So I do recommend this one. There is also a water bottle holder on the end. Don't be an idiot like me. I do have a water bottle in there that's very thin. However, a lot of water bottles are, thicker than this. And I could never get them in. I couldn't figure out why. It wasn't until halfway through the trip I realized there is a snap inside, and it has elastic so that it can expand. And then you can snap it back up. Yeah, I didn't notice that for like a week. So it was much easier to carry a bottle of water around after I figured that out. So I recommend this definitely. Actually, what do I have in here? Oh yeah, I've got some good stuff in here to share with you. Okay, so obviously sleep mask for the airplane. When you're flying 14 hours overnight, that comes in handy. I also I brought these. They are oral rehydration salts. They go into like a bottle of water, and it's all the electrolytes you need to stay hydrated. I thought, oh, I'm going to the Sahara Desert in summer. I should take these. I didn't drink one, so that was a total waste. But I'll use them for like working out and stuff, maybe someday. One other thing I took, and I always had one of these in my bag, and I had extras in my other bag that stayed back in the hotel, but this is travel toilet paper. It's really just toilet paper without the cardboard tube inside, so that it condenses really well. But I was told, I did a lot of research, that not all of the toilets in Egypt provide toilet paper, and they were correct. And I did indeed go through an entire one of these and started on the second during our 2 weeks. So I do highly recommend that. I will put a link to this below because it's awesome, and I'm sure there's other countries that this would be handy for as well. Like, Egypt's not the only one, so that is something. And then I had also purchased disposable toilet seat covers. Same reason, just in case I was somewhere and I didn't feel I wanted to sit down on the toilet. But honestly, I never used these. Maybe I should have. I didn't. I also have a travel straw, because not everywhere gives you straws these days. It's a little silicone straw. It folds down. It's nice. And then on the inside, woo! I'm dropping things. There is a brush to clean the straw with. You shove it in, and it goes in, etc. It all fits back into here. You can clip it on to your bag. But that's something else I purchased and I thought was nice. And I think that's about all I have left in here. I have an extra mask and some tissues. We went through a bunch of those. Oh, and I have my deodorant in there apparently. So yeah, that's all that's left in my bag. I did also have a hand sanitizer attached to the outside, but I've taken that off and put it on a different bag for my next trip that I'm getting ready for. So. I also had my little camera bag. My camera fits very nicely in here. And then I had spare batteries. And in the front here, I have a bunch of extra memory cards. So I had this, and we would just, you can just like clip this on to another bag, and it counts as one bag, even though it's technically two. Because it's small, they don't really notice that, I guess. Also, I have my travel pillow. I actually use this more than just on the airplane. I did use it on the airplane. I also used it, there was one day we had to get up at 3:30 in the morning to leave to go to Aswan from, well, we were in Aswan, we were driving to Abu Simbel, and it's like a 3-hour drive. So I took this in the van with me and used this. And this one's nice because it also has like cooling gel. I don't know that it's cooling because once it gets warm, it's kind of warm. However, it is nicer than, like, my husband has a fleece one, and that's way hotter than this one. So I would say it works to some degree. It also unzips, so you can take it off and wash it. So that's nice. But definitely recommend that when you're traveling for a long amount of time. Alright, now here's what I know you're really waiting for. My carry-on. And this is it. It's huge, but it fits in carry-on size. It's definitely a carry-on, especially if you don't have it expanded. It fits perfectly fine, and I've carried it on almost every flight I've flown on to since I bought it, which has been quite a few. That said, if you do have it expanded, which I do right now, you can see it can compress and it's thinner. They might give you a little trouble, but once again, I had no issues with that. The only issue I did have was one of our domestic flights on Egypt Air. They said it weighed too much. The size was fine, but the weight was too much, so they made me check it on that flight. But everywhere else, I had no issues with it. And it has a nice little handle here. This is by eBags. It is their mother load. I have the backpack version. These also can unclip, and then you can stow them away in this little pouch here, and then you can just carry it by the handle. There's also a version with a roller wheel, so you can roll it. I felt that one would be a lot heavier. It is. It's like 3 pounds heavier. But if I'm carrying it on my back, that's 3 pounds that I don't want. So, and the whole point was I wanted a backpack. I've done the whole, like, pulling the bag behind me, and I didn't want to do that, because specifically in some countries where I'm planning trips to, like, Italy, a lot of streets are cobblestone, or in Venice, you know, where there's, like, bridges and steps and things, and I didn't want to deal with that, so I wanted a backpack. So I love this. I will link this below. It has a lot of really great features. Even when you want to compress it, you can compress it. There's 4 of these, 2 on each side, that helps compress it. There's a ton of like little pouches and pockets throughout. This thing weighed like 25 pounds when it was completely packed for our trip, but I still had room to put more stuff in there. So I think it's a win. There's plenty of little pockets. I'll link this one below, like I said, but let me just start showing you what I have in here because there's a lot of stuff. Alright, in this pouch in the front, I have masks. I have a lot of extra masks because I didn't know how many I would need while I was gone. I had one for every day plus a couple extra because I just didn't know what to expect. Alright, now this bag. So if you haven't noticed, I have pink hair. I travel with my own black pillowcase because the hair can definitely bleed onto white pillowcases. So I didn't want to ruin anybody's pillowcase and be charged at the hotel, so I always carry my own black pillowcase everywhere, and yes, I do use it every time. In fact, I need to pack that in my other bag for my next trip, which I leave for on Saturday. Oh, I have a little first aid kit right here. Let's see. I always travel with one of these on big trips. I have a anti-nausea aromatherapy stick. Literally, you just pull the lid, you pull the lid off, just smell it, and it helps with nausea. It does work. I get carsick very easily, and so I like to take this. I have used it on more than one trip, so it lasts a long time because when I first used it was my trip to Ireland I did a bus tour in 2019, and I used it again on this trip, so that works. Let's see, I've also got my Bo9, my meclizine for motion sickness. I've got other little odds and ends, emergency band-aids, eye drops because my eyes get dry. I have a little thing of Tums because you never know. There's more tissues in here. And I also have a Tide pin to go in here because I'm a slob, you guys. Alright, this is my lens for my phone. And I got it a few years back, and I was like, this thing is awesome! It just clips on. It has a little like lanyard so you can wear it. But it clips on to your phone. So it does like wide angle shots, which is awesome when you're trying to get like, I don't know, all 9 pyramids on the Giza Plateau. But now with my new phone, I don't need it because it has 3 cameras, not 1, and that no longer works. So it's great if you have an older phone. I would recommend it for that, but I don't really think it's necessary anymore. However, it does come with a flash. So like it's an external flash, clips right on your phone, and by flash I mean it doesn't actually flash. It actually will stay on. It has 3 different settings. This is good when you need to move where the lighting source is coming from, so I actually still use this, and this is great. Let's see here. I did take snacks as well. I took these and beef jerky because airplane rides can be long, and they do feed you often, but I like to eat often too. Also, they were great in the hotel room when it was like between meals or whatever, so I took a bunch of those and I ate almost all of them. I took cooling towels that I got before we went because it's hot. It's really hot. They do work. I did like them. I used them more than once. And actually, in addition to using it to cool myself off, once or twice, my husband and I may have used it to help block ourselves, like to protect ourselves from the sun. So that's also a bonus. And it comes in a little pouch, so like if it's wet, I guess. Although I don't recommend putting it in there if it's wet. I guess if you didn't have a choice, it would keep other things from getting wet. And more toilet seat covers and toilet paper in here. Melatonin in case I couldn't sleep like on the airplane. And what's in here? I have my little Betty Boop bag. Oh, it's the rest of those hydration salts that I did not drink. So we're just going to put those right over there. See, this bag is so deep. Alrighty. Do I have anything in these pouches? Yes! Oh, I forgot. I bought these. Okay, so these came in really handy. So, well, like I said, we were gone for 18 days. I did not pack 18 days worth of clothes. There was no way I could have fit that in here. That's just insane. I packed 1 week's worth of clothes. And we did our laundry. So, I bought a sink stopper. It just like lays on the stopper. It worked. I liked it. It was cheap, it's light, it's small, it was easy to carry, so it was nice. I also purchased a clothesline. You can clip it to various things. It doesn't open very far sometimes, but you can also like just tie it around itself, clip it to itself. But then what I like is it's got like it's braided, and so you can open it to like put clothes inside to help hold them, so you don't need clothespins, or you could just lay your clothes on top. Either one. But yes, we did use this more than once because we did our laundry more than once. And then I also purchased these. These are sheets of laundry detergent. Literally, they are little tiny soap sheets. I pull one out if I can. And then when they get wet, they turn into like bubbles. So that's what we used to wash our clothes with. They do work. I feel like I still prefer like taking a bar of soap and like scrubbing my clothing and like the really dirty areas, you know, like under the arms, that kind of thing. But otherwise, I liked it. It worked pretty well. I would use it again. And nothing in that pocket. What's in here? Oh, headphones. I always take more than one pair of headphones because my main headphones are Bluetooth headphones, so obviously I can't plug them into anything. So I have a spare set of headphones for my, well, I was going to say phone, but you know what? My new phone doesn't have a headphone jack. So no, but these are good for the airplane, when you want to watch a movie on the airplane. Woo! It's getting late, guys. I can't think anymore. Okay, so then I have this awesome pocket up here. I like to put anything up here that I'm going to need access to easily up in here, and this is a pretty deep pocket. Alright, so here's my camera charger, battery charger for my camera. Antibacterial wipes. Little travel pack, you know, you never know what you're going to need them for, especially these days. I have my bug bite thing. This thing rocks. If you don't know what it is, you should. It is, basically it's a suction tool for bug bites. So it has two different options if you have a big bug bite, or you pull it off, or you put it on, and for little small bug bites, or even, I think you can use it for stings or splinters too. But you just pull this after you put it on your skin, and you hold it there for like 10 seconds, and then it suctions, it pulls the venom out, so it doesn't itch anymore. And I don't even bother with any kind of creams to put on or anything. This thing is awesome. You need one or more, like I have. I have two. My daughter uses it. My husband uses it. It's worth it. And then I have a necklace in here. Let's see. It's a really long one, and I don't actually have a good way to pack them. I don't wear a lot of jewelry. Very, very few pieces of jewelry. So I actually just took 2 straws and put the chain through so that it didn't get tangled up. And it worked because it's been in the backpack for a while and it is not tangled. So I recommend that as like a little travel hack for you if you don't have a jewelry travel case. And right now that's all I have in there, but a lot of times what I'll put in the top right there is like my clear liquids bag, or like my headphones if I'm going to listen to them on the, like my Bluetooth headphones, things like that. Stuff that I'm going to need easy access to on the plane. And I just remembered there's one thing I don't have right here to show you. I have a travel infinity scarf. It's awesome. I will link that below too. I use it on every flight I go on, and I don't really use it for the scarf. I use it because it's got a pocket in there, so you can hide things in there. Like, if you were walking around town and it was cold, you could put your passport, your money, anything like that in there. However, I like to use it on the airplane because I can put like my chapstick in there and my headphones, and then it's just ready for me when when I'm sitting on the plane. Like, I'll put it on out in the gate, and then it's already ready for me, and I love it. Okay, so the big pouch. This is where my clothes were, and I pack in packing cubes. So I know some people have their own methods, or they like the vacuum seal bags. I don't like those because it wrinkles everything. Not that they can't get wrinkled in packing cubes, but I feel like it's not as bad. So I have two sets actually. This is the one my husband used, and all his clothes fit in this for our trip. And here's the one I used, and all my clothes fit in this for our trip. It's essentially the same size, but yeah, all my clothes fit in there. And it's awesome because you can put like a ton of clothes in there, and then because it's got the holes on the top to help the air go out, you just compress it down but zip it closed, and it fits. It's awesome. And I bought this just for the trip. I saw it recommended on another vlog, and it's for toiletries, and I love it. This is not for my liquids. I mean, if I'm going to check a bag, yeah, you can put liquids in there, but since I'm carry-on only, I did not put my liquids in here. This is just for everything else. Actually, I'm going to come back to this because I'm going to show you my liquids bag first, which is here. I purchased a clear bag just for the, well, not just for this trip, for travel. It is slightly larger than like a Ziploc quart size bag because, funnily enough, they just, like TSA just says, you just need a quart size bag, but really what they mean is the dimensions, like, not the thickness, the length and width. So this meets those requirements. So, and my husband bought one like this, but slightly thicker, so he could actually fit more. But this is what I use and took, and I took fabric Febreze, fabric to go, whatever. I took Febreze because, like I said, we're doing our own laundry and we're wearing clothes, and one cannot be too careful. Okay, so here's my other liquids I took. Alright, I have Neosporin. Sorry. The off-brand of Neosporin. This is my Pureology, basically it's a leave-in conditioner. It's good to help detangle your hair when you have long hair like me. And my Fashion Waves from Redken. I like this because when I work my hair up, your hair needs to be a little bit dirty or it doesn't stay and it doesn't look right. And my hair is, I don't know, too clean sometimes. So I spray that in. It helps to hold the style better for when I want to like pin it up. More eye drops because I have dry eyes. Hand sanitizer because you always need that. This is a hydrating spray just for your skin. You just spray it on. And it helps hydrate your skin. If you haven't noticed, there's a hydration theme going on with everything I picked. This is dry and hot. This is it's an acai prickly pear goji. I don't know if I said any of those right. Hydrating and glow oil. I did use this one time after we were out in the sun a lot that day because my skin just felt like it was going to be sunburned. And I used this and it helped a lot. I also don't have my moisturizer with me because I completely finished it. I have like a little travel size moisturizer that I had gotten from Ipsy. I used the entire thing while we were there, so I threw it away. Same with a sunscreen. I had a little mini sunscreen just for your face, and I used that entire thing and threw it away too. Then I have a rescue mask, which is super hydrating mask. It says to just allow it to absorb and then you can towel off the excess. I didn't need to towel any off. My skin was very dry over there. Alright, then I have a couple things in makeup. I have a little mini mascara and eyeliner because I use liquid eyeliner when I wear it. I have a body butter, and in here, this is a little lip balm that we got from Qatar Airways in our little amenity kit they gave us, and I really liked it. Alright, then I also have a couple samples. I've got a Pureology shampoo and conditioner. This is a backup, and you'll understand what I mean by backup in a minute. And then a little mini sunscreen. We did take 2 3-ounce bottles of sunscreen and wore those, and we went through 1.5 of them. We would have went through more, but I wore pants every day. My husband mostly did too, so we actually we didn't need it a lot. We really only needed it for our arms and face. So it went a lot further doing that. And then, okay, on this side, it's got a little pocket on the side here. It has room. I've got a little mini sample of perfume because why not? More eye drops. And a couple facial cleansing oil, and then a cleansing foam and a moisturizer. I take these, I keep them in there, they're just little backups in case I run out of my regular one. And that is all that's in my liquids bag. I feel like Vanna White. Okay, so now I'm going to get over here so you can, I wanted to show you that first because this will make more sense. So I love it because it has two sides that unzip. The front side is really cool. So it's clear, you can see the inside, but then over here it has room for makeup brushes. And these are all still in here because I have another set of makeup brushes for my daily makeup. And then on the other side, right. So it comes with little pouches you can put stuff in. There's a little pouch up here. It's got floss, sewing kit, tweezers, and nail clippers. You can kind of see. And then over in these kits, I had a makeup palette. My Urban Decay Naked palette was in here. And then up here I had those pink facial cloth makeup remover. Pink facial cloth makeup remover cloths. You know what I mean. I'll link them below so you know what I'm talking about. But they're amazing. I like them because they can get off even the hardest to remove makeup. And it just takes water. So it wasn't like liquid I had to bring. I've been really trying to get away from so many liquids when I travel. Especially because I prefer to travel carry-on only because I don't like waiting for my bags. And then last but not least, to get to that big middle pocket, so we'll snap, and ta-da! It's just like this, and it's really awesome. So let me show you what I have in here. So like I said, I am trying to get away from liquids. So I purchased from Lush shampoo and conditioner bars, and they're pretty awesome. This is the conditioner. That's the shampoo. Sorry. This is the shampoo. It smells good. And then here's the conditioner. That one. And no, I did not buy pink ones on purpose. I just bought the ones that were made for my type of hair. That happened to be what color they were. So, but these are great because they're not liquids and they last a while. And I love it. I bought also, this is also from Lush, bar soap, but it needs cleaned. Bar soap instead of body wash like I normally use. I also purchased this. I got this, a sample of it in my Ipsy, but I have purchased it for this trip in particular, well, travel in particular. It's a facial cleanser, but it starts out as a powder, and then once it mixes with water, it will foam up. And that's awesome because no liquid. So, and it works really well. Like, I really like it. I think it cleans better than a lot of my other cleansers, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It's by Amore Pacific, so I'll link it below. This one's not an affiliate link, and actually neither are the Lush ones. I just like the products, so I recommend them. And then I also have Color and Play. It's a root touch-up, because pink hair is not natural, but it also doubles as like a dry shampoo. And I have my razor in here. I threw away the blade before I came home because I was trying to lighten my load with any little thing I could. Q-tips. I did take 2 facial masks to use. I did use one. I still have the other, but I took those. I also got this from Ipsy. I took it. It is just facial wipes. I didn't really use them so much for makeup removal since I had other stuff to do that, but I liked having it like just to help wipe off the sweat and grime from the day after being out. So those are really nice, and I'm gonna pack those for my next trip too. I also took a shout wipe pack and didn't need to use them, but glad I had them because I probably would have if I didn't take them. And then that's it in here. But I love this. I bought this. This is the first time I got to use it, and I really liked it. So I recommend it. Oh, I forgot. There's a pocket on the front. I don't have much in here. I just have this, which I also just purchased. It is just a travel mirror, but one side, hopefully I don't blind you, one side is magnifying because I'm getting old. That's all I have to say. Okay, so purchased, you know, I'm just going to set this down here. I purchased a hat. It is a packable hat. It's a fedora, but it snatches up really nice. I love it. I would recommend this. I did use it. I used it quite a few days actually, as you can tell because there's pink on the inside. It's great for protecting my hair from the fading from the sun. It's great for protecting my scalp from the sun, and it's also really cute. So I used this several days in Egypt, and I'm going to use it when I go to the Dominican Republic in 2 months. So you can look forward to seeing photos with that. A hard case for chargers. Most of them I've taken out now because I have needed to use them. But over here I always put my cords, and then an adapter or two, because you know everything has a different adapter too. But this time I literally took like 4 different types of cords. I have, oh, I forgot I had this. I did take this too. It's an adapter so that I can plug headphones into my phone. Totally forgot I have it. Clearly I didn't need it. And then I have in the back a lens wipe, and I don't know why I took this, but I have a USB hub in there. I don't know. So, but I like having a hard case for it and having one place for all my chargers because then I'm not fishing around. I also took a fan, and yes, I used it every night and sometimes every day. It's just a USB chargeable fan, so that was another thing I needed that for, was to charge this. I love it. I get really hot at night, so I would literally just prop it up like this on the nightstand next to me, plug it in so that it didn't die, and let it blow on me all night long. It was awesome. And then I also would put it in my bag for the day, and if it was really hot, which there were definitely times I pulled it out. I remember one temple, I pulled it out and was using it, and one of the locals was sitting in there, and he was just laughing, and so I like pointed at him. He was like, "Thank you, thank you." And there was another time where I was going into, I think it was the unfinished obelisk. You have to go through security like everywhere you go, and they saw it in my bag because they, you know, wanted to look, and they were like, "What is that?" And I pulled it out, and they were like, "Oh man," you know, it was worth having, and I'm taking that for my next trip as well. I think we're going to Disney in a couple days, so it's hot down there too right now. Oh, little mini hairspray, which should have been in my liquids bag. It must have fallen out. This is a shoe bag. It came with my packing cubes. I really only take it. I had a pair of Sanuk sandals in there. I love these, but because they would get like sandy and stuff, I didn't want them touching my clothing. So I kept them in this bag so that it kept my clothing as clean as it could be. My husband and I also took these. So this was a kit we purchased at a travel clinic before we left, and it is for like traveler's diarrhea. So it comes with rehydration salts, some medication, it's got antibiotics as well, and directions of how to use everything if we needed it. We didn't need it, neither one of us. We both still have them. I'm sure they expire at some point, but now we have them for the future till they expire. Last thing I have in here is another little first aid kit. So this one actually has like all the band-aids. The other one, I was just little, I would keep in my day bag as we traveled throughout the day, and then I could replace things as needed. And that's all I have in there. So that's it. That and 7 days worth of clothing. I took 4 pairs of pants, 4 shirts, and 3 dresses, plus a pair of leggings and a black t-shirt that I wore on the airplane. And I really only wore that on the plane there and on the plane home. And then the rest was how I made it through. So I really hope you liked this unpacking video with me today. I hope it didn't draw on too long for you, but I wanted to show you everything that we took, and I really enjoyed sharing it with you. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up. I can do more videos like this in the future, especially after we come home from Disney, because we are doing not just carry-on only, but we are doing personal item only. So hit thumbs up if you want to see that video, and hit subscribe because it helps my channel out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.